Hello, Web Universe. Joe the Icon here.
AJ Saint.
And welcome to Talking Promos. Except today, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl, which is in a couple days. So who's in the Super Bowl?
We have two great teams. I feel really good teams. You got Tom Brady and the Patriots versus...
They're like the Yankees, though. They always make it.
And anyways, we have the Atlanta Falcons, who I feel were under the radar sleeper team this year, because you had big teams like the Cowboys. You knew the Cowboys were the big favorites. You had the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, he had a slump in the beginning, and then he just woke up and he just took that winning streak and he took it all the way to the playoffs. On the Patriots side, we had the Raiders. We had Kansas City.
That was my team. I mean, I'm a 49er team. I live in the Bay Area. That was my team, but we have a rebuilding year.
They had such promise, and unfortunately the Raiders, they got hit with the injury bug at the end. They lost to the Texans. Kansas City, they did pretty well, and then they ran into the Patriots like almost every other team.
At least for the Raiders, we could say they
at least they had a reason of why they didn't make it to the next round.
I feel like they made it, and they made the statement of, we're here, we made it, we're back. We're back. We're definitely not a team to, just say, oh, it's the Raiders. Like I said, like my team, my number one team, Niners, I almost feel like this year, even last year, definitely coming into this year, you were just kind of like, yeah, they're not going to make it, But you, as being a hardcore fan, you're going to be like, yes, they're going to make it. But, after some of the preseason games, we already knew. Raiders, though, they were showing some promise, and they at least made it to the line and said, we are here to stay. We are here. Next year is definitely going to be our year. At least they made the mark, We're taking into wrestling talks. They made it to the number one contendership, but they got eliminated in a battle royal. So, they're still there. They're relevant.
They're there. They're going to do well next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Derek Carr comes back healthy. They sign more players. The new offensive coordinator gives them good new plays, some new plays that'll revitalize the offense.
True.
But now to the main event that we were talking about, the Super Bowl. Two teams. You have the Atlanta Falcons, who have great quarterback in Matt Ryan. They call him Matty Ice because he doesn't break under pressure.
But you got Brady. He's almost like, and I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but he's catching up to Joe Montana.
Well, he's there. He's tied with him.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Joe Montana's better because apparently he won his titles cleanly.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have that.
And Tom Brady's always had a dark cloud around his championship.
He brought the foreign object into the wrestling match. That's what he did. He brought in the foreign object with them inflatable balls. All right, you shouldn't have done that. But they won.
Anyways, you have the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan is a great quarterback. They have two great running backs that can. I feel that if Falcons are going to win this game, they got to run the ball, because in the two previous playoff games they ran the ball pretty good, and that's what was a determining factor.
I feel it might just be a running game. You have Brady. You know that he could throw bombs, but I'm pretty sure he knows that they're anticipating him to throw bombs.
The Patriots, a whole different story, because we don't know what the hoodie Bill Belichick does. 1 minute you think he's going to run the ball, next thing he's going to be airing it out. We know that Tom Brady loves to throw the ball. He loves to sling it out.
He loves
to sling it out. But maybe that's what the Atlanta Falcons are waiting for. They're like, wait, he's going to throw the ball, and then that's when he hands it off to the running back Blunt. Blunt just runs it up, and Blunt has been one of those running backs that can take big chunks of yards per running play.
That's true. I feel if I was a Falcon and the head coach, I'd say, hey, we already know he could throw bombs, so maybe he knows that we're going to be anticipating that, but maybe he's going to run the ball.
So
maybe they need some hybrid plays.
Or we have the unexpected wide receiver from the Patriots, Chris Hogan, who had a monster game against Pittsburgh.
I mean,
Pittsburgh sucked. They didn't even come to play. They literally came and they rolled over and died for the Patriots. Chris Hogan had 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Nobody even knew who he was. I'm pretty sure no one in the Patriots fan base even has a jersey of him.
Probably
That's
not.
how good he was. But Chris Hogan could be.
I mean, I didn't know who he was.
Chris Hogan could be the wild card. Well, yeah, because he's like second, third string. Other than Gronkowski, no one knows who the other wide receivers are on the Patriots unless you're a Patriot, super Patriot fan.
So, I just think the Patriots are going to win this one.
So you think that Mr. San Mateo own is going to break Joe Montana's 4 Super Bowl record?
As hard as it breaks me to admit it, I think the Patriots are just going to take it this year. I mean, the Falcons did fight, but again, it's Tom Brady. It's just Tom Brady, and he has a good offensive line. I think they're probably going to win.
I'm going to take Brady, but not because it's Brady, but because the Falcons haven't been there since 1998. The last
Super long year. Some people haven't even been there since
the last Super Bowl that the Falcons went to. They got destroyed by the Denver Broncos.
That is true.
That's the big thing.
I think you have the.
I did once upon a time. I did have the Bronco fleece.
You had the Bronco fleece. I remember that. We were little toddlers, but I remember you had the Bronco fleece. But I just think that Mr. San Mateo is gonna take one more brass ring. I mean,
and he's gonna complete the hand. He's gonna complete the hand of rings.
He's getting old.
He is 39.
He's getting old. So I mean,
he is 39. But
if he doesn't,
but he says he wants to play till 42.
What is he, Brett Favre?
He could be Brett Favre. I think he's better than Brett Favre.
I mean, come on. Once we both know.
In the wrestling business, he's pretty much getting to the age of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, where they knew they were like 50 years old and they wanted to keep wrestling.
He's going to become a legend, all right? He's already there, all right? You don't have to prove anything, but he wants one more ring. One more ring, one more brass ring to show off.
Now, do you think if he wins the 5th ring, breaks Montana's record, does he retire? He's 39 years old. He's got an amazing hot wife.
It's called money, man. They're not going to retire because there's money.
So you think that the only way he retires is if they kick him off the team?
Love of the game, maybe he's going to get greedy and be like, hey, I want 6 rings.
He would be the first player to do it.
So why not? I mean, if he's 39, he's still in good shape. I mean, Hulk Hogan still wrestles from time to time. So, I mean, why wouldn't Tom Brady?
So I feel it's a mutual. We both agree that the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to win.
Give me a final score.
I think they're going to win at least 2 touchdowns.
By 2 touchdowns.
By 2 touchdowns.
I will say 2 touchdowns, and the final score will be around 32 to 18 or 32 to like 16, something like that, just to make it 2 touchdowns plus like a field goal or something.
And it's going to be 2 touchdowns. So, we'll be tweeting the day of the Super Bowl, and we'll see who's right again. But thanks, guys, for joining us on this edition of Talking Promos, where we talk football.